How's it going? Everybody's probably watching that E3 right now. I would be totally, but I'm in a rush. Still have a lot to accomplish. And tonight is probably basically the last night until the maintenance takes over for the early access, so may end up getting cut short tonight by Square Enix. We'll see how all that goes. But for now, let's continue. We have a long way to travel. Yugiri has the air of a woman bursting with gratitude. Much and more has occurred since the first I beheld Eorzea from the galleon's desk. Suffice it to say, I did not envisage being invited to play part in your noble struggle. But forgive me, I have kept you over long. Doubtless, you have pressing business for your own. Rest assured that I no longer require an escort in this land. When next you meet Lady Minfilia, pray relay her my humblest thanks. With that, I could do so in person, but I must needs fulfill my promise to the Admiral. Till we meet again, Warrior of Lot. Till we meet again. Speak with Minfilia. Still can't believe, even after fighting a primal, I'm still not level 51. That is insane. Truly insane. What the hell? I suppose I could have just teleported there. I will. Screw all this. Maradona. Maybe they'll actually drop something cool today for E3. That'd be nice. Yesterday was really disappointing. Like, really disappointing. A bunch of rehashed news. I'm gonna sell a bunch of shit real quick. Really need to. Well, it's safe to say, no doubt, did not make it to Stormblood. I need to sell a bunch of this shit. This is the main concern right now. All these weapons I won't be using. That should be good enough for now on that. Shit. that shit. That's good enough. Oh well, I'm gonna carry on and go back to the story. I'm done with all this stuff for now. I'll have to organize some stuff later. The inventory's getting hard to manage. It's really sloppy right now. They should have renamed this place. It's not exactly the Solar anymore. Not that OG Solar.
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand.
Before I just continue, I'm not gonna really stop it a lot here, but I gotta say, I love the further I get through this that there is more and more and more voice acting. It is just such a blessing.
If you have a moment, I would share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me. When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo.
Oh.
Though I cannot well explain the how of it, it would seem he became immortal in so doing. When the Admiral subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form. Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove. Long have I known that the Echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul. But never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take our fancy. It was of this that Elidibus spoke, an existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion. And yet, though the Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable. As we both bore witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan. And the import of this observation? If the Ascians' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed. There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness. To most, it is but a fairy tale, yet recent events have given me cause to wonder. Could the legend in fact refer to the Echo? Much and more yet remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time. For the present, however, what matters is that the key to defeating the Ascians may at last be within sight. With Urianger's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long. Oh, I was just about to send for you, my friend. Is Artemis?
Grave tidings from the Sharlayan motherland, my lady. It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Baldessian.
What of them?
My lady, the Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
No more? Whatever do you mean?
No doubt.
I relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had ceased to be. It is postulated that a magic was evoked, like in power to Ultima.
Wow.
12 preserve.
Oh, shit's going down.
If there are no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned.
So glad that was more voice audio. I was afraid I was going to have to read all this one. Well.
It is done, my lord. I... Forgive my impertinence, my lord, but these orders, I am uncertain as to what end they serve.
Revolution.
He's got something up his sleeves. What's going down? I'll take it, but it's not that great. Ah, Minfidia. What is next? Still not 51. Minfilia's thoughts keep returning to the fate of students of Baldazan. Ah, no voice audio this time. Our friends, the very owl itself, everyone and everything. No, it avails us not to speculate. Orianger will send word if there are any developments. Until such time as he does, we must remain firmly focused that within our power to change. With that in mind, I would speak of a different matter, one closer to home. What's going on, T? Yeah, I'll probably start taking some more of those gold bags sometime. I just sell all the stuff anyway. It concerns etheric functions. Fluctuations, which we had previously attributed to good King Mog the 12th. That the king is no more is a blessing for which we have to thank. Yet all is not well in the 12's wood. Our latest readings reveal an ongoing etheric disturbance of considerable magnitude. They may even suggest the presence of a primal. Needless to say, the mere possibility warrants immediate investigation, and I would have you, Celia, I do not wish to interrupt, but we have a problem. What manner of problem? A band of refugees, hailing from Ul'dah this time, are coming to Revenant's Toll seeking asylum. It would seem they expect us to afford them the same treatment we gave the Domans. At present, they are at the 7th heaven waiting for a formal response. I see. Mayhap this was to be expected. I shall meet with them at once. Celia, you know full well we haven't the resources to accommodate many more people. Consider what will happen if you do this. Word will spread, and more will follow. Your opinion is duly noted, but I will hear their suit. What is up, Ingvar? How's it going? Tonberry, I should be grateful for your presence at this meeting. I'd be grateful for voice audio. I gotta get that stretch on. Still hoping for the best today with Morny 3. Oh, this camera is zoomed out as far as it'll go. Well, I guess I have another inch there. It might go out, but it's just about as far as it goes. Whoa, no it doesn't. Screw that. I just don't like to see their little... I'm already tiny enough. Being this big on the screen sucks. Not gonna lie though, I thought I was as far as I could go out, but probably won't change too much. I apologize for keeping you waiting. My name is Midphilia, and I lead the Signs of the Seventh Dawn. 12 be praised. It is you. We're ready and willing to work, same as the Domans. I just give task, and we'll see it done. Pray calm yourselves. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I know not of your situation. Beg your pardon. Antecedent? I ain't so good with words. I feel your pain, man. We've been living off the scrapes of Ul'dah for years now, trying to piece together a loft to replace the one what got took. They say there's work, but there's not for the honest man. Not as wouldn't sully his soul sooner than his palms, any road. The flames do what they can for us, of course, but it ain't near enough. And it's only getting worse. When the calamity brought us to our knees, those rich bastards in the city didn't help us. They climbed on our backs. Don't pretend to be clever, but even I can see what's coming. I knew we had to run. The only question was, where? And then it came to me. Revenant's Toll. I mean, we took your foreigners in, didn't you? So you'd surely do the same for us. I fear the situation is rather more complicated. While it is true that we accepted the Doman's petition for aid, that decision was the product of extraordinary circumstances. I sympathize deeply with your plot, but pray understand that it is not possible for an organization of our means to aid all who have been affected by the calamity, and so it is with great regret that I must deny your request. But we've nowhere else to go. You're turning your back on us? If I might have a word. Oh, Tataru. Tataru, is aught amiss? Ill tidings from Ul'dah, my lady. Alphanode has been wounded. Oh shit. What? How? Is it serious? I cannot say for certain, but I fear it might be. According to the flames, the refugees started a riot. They went wild apparently, lashing out at any and everyone. That can't be right. Why would they? They must have been provoked. The demonstration was meant to be peaceful. 7 hells. Now the Blades have an excuse. They'll round us up and kill anyone who tries to resist. Antecedent, please, if you won't help us build a new loft, at least help us keep the ones we've got. My lady? We are not ones to stand idly by and watch innocents suffer. However, until we know more of the circumstances surrounding this riot, I am not certain what aid we can provide. If the authorities determine that the refugees attacked without provocation, then those responsible will have to answer for their actions. How can you be so blind? Find Alphanode quickly. If he is in danger, or worse, I would have you none other by his side. Thank you. Pray do not concern yourself with the matter we were discussing earlier. Yada and Popolimo will see to it. Alphanode is being treated in the hourglass. Hurry, Tonberry. I shall try. Pair of faults, what's going on? This wait is gonna be tough. I really want to play some newer content. Like, I know I have a long way to go here, but that alt character I have in standby, just waiting for new content, just literally has me so eager. I've already taken off work for the weekend. I am literally gonna do nothing but eat, sleep, wait, take the sleep away, eat and game, walk my dog, occasionally in breaks. I will be all over that early access as soon as I can. Hopefully here in my area it's that 2 a.m. drop and not the 5 a.m. drop. Oh, that 5 a.m. drop. I'd have to just wait for the morning. But at night I will come back to this character. Try to build him back up. After all, I want him on the new content as well, so I can see those new summons. Oh, the new summons. Oh, 5. Such a bummer. Either way, I'll be ready for it. Oh shit. You would think that I would have already gotten used to that being there. Uh-oh. You know what? I feel like I'm missing a lot of shit. Let me do something real quick. I'm gonna pull up E3 on my laptop here, just in case some cool shit drops. We'll be able to talk about. Which I'm kinda doubting any cool shit will drop, judging by how yesterday went down. At least we'll know. Firsthand. Okay. Oh shit, something cool is going down right now. No, never mind. Final Fantasy related. I'm already disappointed I logged on. Screw this shit. I'll just watch it later. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm trying to keep hopped up for the Square Enix E3, but literally I've just, as I've said so many times, it's just completely disappointing. I mean, I guess they're trying to branch out to newer parts of the franchise. I don't know how I feel about branching out. He doesn't look very wounded. Sounds like it was a trick.
Come, you must have gathered by now that Tataru is given to exaggeration. As you can see, I am quite well. Ul'dah, on the other hand, is not. This riot was anything but an isolated incident.
Kingdom Hearts 3 does look really good. Parafalse. So good. I get so nervous with some titles like that.
There is a restlessness in the air. Tensions long simmering are at last threatening to boil over.
Explain.
Ul'dah is a nation infamous for the great disparity between the wealthy and the poor. The majority of the populace accepts this state of affairs because they believe that every man bears responsibility for his own lot in life. To an Ul'dan, money is the foremost, and some would say the only measure of a man's worth. Small wonder that the wealthiest wield the greatest influence. So where do the refugees fit into this social hierarchy? What place is there for those who fled Alamigo and the destruction of the Calamity? Plainly, there is none. They have no wealth, no power, and no worth. To the Ul'dan way of thinking, they may as well not exist. Choosing to ignore their existence, however, is patently not an option. General Rauban and the Sultana understand this, which is why they ordered the Immortal Flames to provide the refugees aid and succor.
Zuzu, how's it going? It's the Primal Data Center. This is Ultra server.
Yet none would dispute that the expenses incurred by this policy grow by the day, with no end in sight. This has prompted more and more Uldans to question their obligation to aid these worthless wanderers, while more and more refugees have come to resent their treatment at the hands of the sneering citizenry. The manner of Lord Lolorito's refusal to grant the Dolmens asylum bespoke a disdain for all refugees, an attitude shared by the rest of the monetarists. And you may be sure they make no effort to conceal their opinions. It was only a matter of time before the refugees united in protest, nor is it any surprise that some among them would ultimately resort to violence. That the Immortal Flames should choose this of all occasions to engage in joint training exercises with the other Grand Companies. By the time they return, the situation may well have deteriorated beyond mending.
That was all the voice work there. And now I'm going to touch back into this. Didn't really want to mess all that up. The reason I get so nervous about Kingdom Hearts 3 is trying to be more open with streaming now. I'm wondering where it's going to be, and that is a game I really, really, really want to play. And I'm just wondering how I'm going to be able to work it into my life and still stream as well. The way new titles are jumbling up in my life. It's going to be the same way with 12. I'm going to stream it, but I'm going to end up playing the game way after the release. It's going to be like way down the line. By the time I get to it, it'll probably be like 3 months from now. Making your way through the series chronologically takes some time. Alphanode wishes to investigate the circumstances surrounding the riot. As I told you before, it was all but inevitable that an incident of this kind would be eventually occur, given the rising tensions within the Sultanate. Nevertheless, I have the reason to believe that this particular riot may not have begun spontaneously. I have piqued your curiosity. Good. Then you will accompany me to Hall Flames. I would hear the General Ruban has to say upon the matter. Hopefully his voice will be acted out as well. Still not 51. Let's hope. Nope. Now is not a good time, Private Disciple. My hands are full dealing with the refugees. Precisely the matter we wish to discuss, General. Alphanode, back on your feet already. You may credit my swift recovery to your Trojans. My memories of the riot are still somewhat muddled. I trust you managed to regain control of the situation. Not entirely. We secured the city soon enough, but before the unrest had spread to the surrounding territories, pockets of resistance remain throughout Thanalan. We have sent what forces we can spare to root out the last of the belligerents, but progress is slow and they are damnably elusive. I can well imagine, given the majority of the refugees live outside the walls, it stands to reason that they would know the lay of the land. What I do not understand is how they came to be so well prepared. Before my little incident, I observed that several of the refugees were armed, and not with the butchers, knives, and pitchforks, but with material weaponry. I need hardly add that such equipment is costly. None can deny the tensions between Ul'dah citizenry and the refugee population have increased since the domans were turned away, but would that motivate a starving man to purchase arms in lieu of food? I think not. And what did those who have not a single guilda spend, who could not survive without the aid provided by the immortal flames? Surely they would sooner sell a weapon and bring it to bear against their benefactors. Come to the point. Very well, my point, General, is the power keg of discontent was not set aloft by chance. These events were deliberately set in motion, and now order must be restored. That is my first duty. Until it is done, any investigation can wait. I do not have time to discuss this. My scouts will be returning anon. The general is no fool. He keeps his own counsel, and with good cause. Were he to claim without any necessary proof that these riots were instigated by outside forces, the monetarist would accuse of him attempting to shirk responsibility. After all, he and the Sultana have been the most outspoken proponents of refugee aid. Regardless, they will face harsh criticism in the days ahead. Parafalse, I just try to keep it all rolling swiftly. I'm more so running through the story rather than running through dungeons. I'll get to them. I really will. Eventually, I'll hit that brick wall of experience and story main content where I will have to start grinding and all of that. But I like to let it progressively build up to that point. I don't really just like to straight grind. I hate to admit it, but straight grinding on a game without any cause or reason tends to make me lose interest in a video game. I love story content, and that's the real reason why I wanted to do all this and dig into the Final Fantasy XIV game, to add it to my series of playthroughs for the channel here. Wow. Allergies really got me backed up today. Our allies may stumble upon the truth in time, but I have far more faith in your abilities, Tonberry. Therefore, I propose we conduct our own investigation independent of the authorities. To that end, I would have you make inquiries on the settlements speculated of harboring belligerents. Commander Swift will know which they are. He may balk at a request for such information, but I have no doubt that you can persuade him with your silver tongue. I mean, shall seek answers in my own way, after all, after which we can regroup and share the findings. Well then, shall we? You look as though you have something to say, Private Disciple, do you? What? You ask no simple favor. Were such information to fall into the wrong hands, the lives of the countless soldiers would be at risk. Even so, there is wisdom in your words. An able individual, even one with ties to the flames, may be better suited for this task than a regiment. Very well, the Brass Blades have reported suspicious activity in the vicinity of Lost Hope. It may be unrelated to recent events, but we doubt it. I suggest you begin by speaking to the Blades posted here. What the hell? Why can't everybody talk like Swift here? Why the hell is half of this dialogue thou, anon, some at, this, that, ain'ts, bores, blows, blah blah blahs, so much, and then all of the unenunciated R's. What the hell? And then you got Swift here, who could just talk. Thank you, Swift. Square, make more Swift. No doubt, you'll never watch my videos. Make more Swift. This was the biggest blessing of today. Aside from voice acting, this was a blessing, and I stress that. People may hate on me right now for not liking all of the dialogue in this game. I love the game, love it. This dialogue is so brutal reading at times though. Everybody is so different. You go from redneck Lalafell to half-ass gibberish goblins all the way down to pirates. And then you have people who speak so fancy with anon. I shall meet you anon. If only we had more Swift. Sorry, I had to stress that. I love it when I can actually read something without having to just stop and almost feel like I'm stuttering my ass off. Some of you may be thinking at home, this guy's a retard. Huh? Think it all you want. Just some normal dude. Some normal dude who hates to read some crazy shit. Love to actually read, but it's just the dialogue sometimes is so brutal. And I like to read everything aloud, and doing it the first time around comes out like gibberish almost sometimes. A friend of the Sultanate, are we? I take this means someone has read my report. The refugee who left the merchants have yet to return, and I am increasingly concerned of that Zazwaka suspicious were correct. You haven't the foggiest of what I'm talking about, do you? Never mind, speak with Zazwaka. He will explain everything. And what brings you here, adventurer? A search for refugees. Well then, you've come to the right place. You mean those refugees? Oh no, you won't find them here. Most of the people of Lost Hope have come to accept their situation and are content to pass their days in peace and quiet. Outsiders have trouble understanding that. Like that merchant who passed through recently. Gregarious fellow. And awfully opinionated. Can't say I was sad to see him go. Opinionated, eh? Who is this Zazawaka? Well, I should find out. Don't hurt. Oh. Don't hurt me. I'm not one of them. Wait, I know your face. You're not a man from the Church of Saint Amata Lamata. 1,000 pardons, my friend. I mistook you for one of the thugs who have been tormenting us. If Lafik bid you speak with me, then I take it you agree to help. 12s be praised for that, because we haven't a moment to waste. Everyone knows the flames are on the march. The others have fallen under the Fintech spell. But not I. Promises of revolution and retribution, of holding ruling class to account and taking that which is owed. Huh. Childish fantasy. I did everything I could to dissuade the others from leaving, but a few heed my words. Now that one of our idealists has returned, however, the madness of the merchant's plan is plain for all to see. Look behind yonder tent, and you will understand why. Even now he babbles incoherently, so traumatized. is by the bloodshed he was witnessed. Try as I might, I can take little sense in words beyond the fact that he was not alone in surviving. Yet I no doubt the merchant will lead the remainder to their doom. I beg of you, find them before he does. Where is the man of incoherent babbles? Oh, what are you doing? Don't draw. Don't draw. Don't draw. Don't draw. Don't draw. Why didn't you run with me? We couldn't have escaped together. Then you'd be here with me? Here to soothe me. Why? Why did you have to stay and leave me alone? Soothe. Chill, bro. This will all be over soon. Who are you? What do you want? Chill, Choco. Aye, it is true. I followed the merchant, and may the gods strike me down for my folly. Come on, girl. Chill out. What they would not give, you must take, he said. When we asked how he revealed the cache of weapons he had brought, and implored us, seize control of our fates. I thought that running, and then there were the others, so excited. He split us into 2 groups, sent us off on our own. But when the flames found us, we didn't know what to do. Our leader tried to parley with theirs, but then they started arguing and fighting, and then everyone was fighting, and the flames were shouting to give no quarter. And, oh gods, the other group, they're still out there. If we don't stop them, they'll be massacred like mine was. What is up, Fusion? Just give him a beer. This guy needs one. Definitely needs a little bit of soothing. Calm his nerves. The terrified refugee would have you find his brethren and convince them to lay down their arms. The other refugees are hiding in the caves south of Lost Hope, but to approach them would be fruitless. They would sooner call us agents of the Sultanate and try to kill us than listen to reason. Why, the twins might even deign to do the deed themselves. A pox on all bloody swords. They were supposed to train us to fight, but the one sent was us vanquished during the struggle. Oh, if only we never listened to that merchant's ridiculous claims. He said our cause was righteous, that the gods would never suffer us to be defeated. Though if they were forced to control reality, that's it. Challenge the twins to combat and show my brethren that the strongest warriors are no match for one man. Mayhap then they will agree to lay down their arms and renounce this plot. Very, very unprepared. You know, since flying mounts are coming and some new features with mounts, it would be really cool to see some flying Magitech armor. Just fly over this mountain. Even though I'm pretty sure that you can only fly in the Heavensward areas and the new Stormblood areas. Still, yeah, it'd be really cool. That is not the correct way. Or is it? Not at all. Okay. What's going on, Soda Games? How's it going, Carl? Wow, that is badass. The Magitech armor can fly. Hey, that's awesome. I don't even care if it's a spoiler. Spoilers like that, it doesn't really bother me. As long as it doesn't really pertain to the story, I'm all good. Spoiler away. 7 Hills, they've found us. Everyone grab your gear and make for the rendezvous point. So that's your game, is it? Ha 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 ha. Sorry to disappoint you, lad, but we're more than willing to kill ye ourselves. Oh, wow. I just came to help, bro. Shit, I had him killed before I could get the Bane out there. At least I got Fester off. Come on, get closer. Oh shit, there's a lot of them here. Need to heal. Come on, heal! Heal! God damn it! Oh, I didn't do it fast enough. Huh. Oh yeah, fusion. I'm the same way. I don't really care, like I said, for things that are in the game, but if it's an actual story, oh, that's the stuff that kills me. Hopefully I can just travel back there really quick. I gotta watch my health. Got carried away with the casting of DPS. $425 gil. That's teleportation highway robbery. Thank you, Soda Games. Oh, gentle person. Come on, chill. Quit being so evil. I don't know what it's gotten into you. Round 2. Instead of E3, I'm gonna go for a little defensive maneuver here and go with taunting this time. He can take all the aggro. I'll just DPS away again. Just too much DPS last time. Too much. Just gonna blast through all this. We've already read it once. Damn you and your paralysis spells. Oh shit. Kill the fuck out of him. Definitely a better strategy this time around. Coming in with cotton. What the hell are you doing? Yeah, that went a lot better this time around. No, you're edgy. You beat him like it was nothing. Well, not exactly. Thal Almighty. What are we gonna do now? Back to the terrified refugee. I hope during this E3 event we get more details on either Kingdom Hearts 3 or Final Fantasy VII. I loved the new Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer, don't get me wrong, but I would definitely love to see more information rather than more gameplay. The game looks amazing, don't get me wrong, I loved it. I loved 2.8, playing as Aqua, that was really nice, but come on, new information would be really nice. You've returned. Did you find my brethren? What of the twins? What happened? I see. Well, you had no choice. Better than a handful of them take a beating from you than the lot get butchered by the flames. Tell me, what did the merchant have to say when it was over? Huh? But where else would he be unless he went to the stone's throw to recruit others? As I recall, he wished to approach the refugee there as well, but I was waiting until the flames withdrew their forces from the vicinity, and now that they have, there's nothing to stop him from continuing his work. How many more must perish in pursuit of his futile cause? How much more suffering must we endure before it ends? Find him and convince him to cease his mad quest. It will surely lead us to ruin. still think the Chocobo's faster. Don't get me wrong, love the Magitech armor, but Choco here knows how to move. Kevin, what's up? I wouldn't expect too much info on Kingdom Hearts 3 or Final Fantasy VII Remake, to be honest. Let's hope so. I think we'll find out more later, maybe at the Tokyo Game Show. That's the way everything is starting to look, Kevin. I totally agree. You know, they said next month at D23 we'll have more information on Kingdom Hearts 3, so we have promise there. But as much promise as we actually get, that's left to question. But I definitely agree. I mean, we've all known, even going into it, it's just fan hop hope. Fan hop hope is definitely all it is. Just hoping for the best. Where the hell am I and how far away is this place? Okay, not too far away, not too bad. Oh, I did see the Ni no Kuni 2. Though I didn't play the first one, it made me want to play the first one though. Those games look amazing. They look like they play out almost like a Miyazaki film, but more interactive. Made me really want to dive into those games sometime and see what they're really all about. If I can get my schedule cleared up here. Trying to catch up with 14 here has become a rigorous task, no doubt. I've literally been playing every second I'm not at work, other than my hour to 2 hours of my classic title. Have you seen my parents? They told me to stay here with the others. They said they'd be back soon, but it's been days. They left with a man from Ul'dah. The man said that they were going to change everything, make it so we could live inside the walls with everyone else. I liked it when he said that. I didn't like it when he talked about making rich people pay. Everyone looked so angry and I got scared. Lots of people left with the man after that, but no one's come back. Oh, that is sad. Back to Ul'dah. There's some really dark stuff that goes on in this game. Haven't played 14 for a month. I'm basically the same way, Kevin. Literally just spamming this every moment I have. Lost a lot of sleep. But hey, when Friday comes, all sleep will be out the window. Sorry about that. But definitely, with my alt character on that jump potion streaming stormblood content, it is going to be amazing. It's going to be awfully weird spoiling certain parts of the story for myself, but I'll be slowly catching up and it'll just be kind of like prequel sequel stuff for me. Prequel sequel, just pew, pew, jumping back and forth throughout the day. Welcome back, Private Disciple. Have you learned a lot of interest? You persuaded a gang of refugees to lay down their arms. The Flame General will be pleased to learn of this. Less so, these other revelations, we must apprehend the treasonous snake at once. Indeed we must. None of this is really abuse. Just grab a random one. This may be my last mission for the day. Oh, Kevin, you're all good. You're all good, no doubt. Swift is determined to stop the rabble-rousing merchant from sowing others' sedition. This merchant has not only publicly incited sedition with the Sultanate, but gone so far as to provide material support to be belligerents. It gills to me that the role of uprising should have escaped our notice for so long, yet I can well imagine why it did. Rightly or wrongly, those with whom he consorts do not trust us. Alas, trust is not easily gained. Even in times of peace, we must nevertheless try, for I believe it is only with the cooperation of the refugees that they will catch our quarry, and so I would have you to continue your investigation in the Pearl Lane. We know that the merchant sought to recruit people of Lost Hope and Stone's Throw, so it seems reasonable to assume that he may have approached the residents of Pearl Lane as well. After all, the first riots occurred within the city itself. Most, if not all, will refuse to discuss this subject with you, but there is one who may be willing to do so, a man named Landebert. He too has his misgivings about us, but I believe he understands that these riots do little further his people's cause. Where is the Pearl Lane? Which part of the city? Where's the closest Aetherite crystal to that area? Check it out one more time real quick. Shit. The closest would be Weaver's Guild. Have an attuned there. I have. Hey, that's actually good to hear. I've heard that from a lot of people that Heavensward is way too good to rush. My rush is basically over as well. I just don't really know what to rename the series at the moment. I've basically just renamed this whole series as it's gone on. Lots of videos in the playlist on the channel with this Final Fantasy XIV playthrough. Definitely took it for granted when I judged the time beforehand. Definitely misjudged the time it would take to play through this game, which I'm not disappointed in at all. I'm actually very grateful for that. There's a few times where I felt like they were dragging things out a little bit, but I understand that a lot of it was going through patch notes at the time, or a lot of the things undergone maintenance and construction inside the game to change things up a little bit. But for the most part, though, it has been a very great journey to go through. So I'm super excited that Stormblood's going to keep me on the edge as well. And then playing through this character, of course, still getting all the rest of the story along the way. It's going to really keep me enticed to keep playing in the long run. Great story, though, and I cannot wait for Heavensward. I'm slowly getting closer and closer to it. First comes a man with the promise of deliverance. Seen your suffering firsthand and will bear it no longer, he says. Your friend, your ally, your comrade in arms, take his hand and he will guide you to a better tomorrow. Then comes a soldier with a promise of justice. Follow the man who came before at your peril, he says. For they sow, the wind shall reap, the whirlwind. The man's no saint, any fool can see that, but we're tools for his task, to be used and discarded. As for his soldier, he thinks only of his mission. He's more honest than the man, but every bit as ruthless, make no mistake. With whom shall I cast my lot? Neither says I. Far as I'm concerned, you're no better than the bastards you pursue. Now, the soldier is thinking how else he might get what he wants. He's tired of the diplomatic approach and felt mayhap a firmer hand is needed. Mayhap he needs to make an example out of this Alamegan scum, like he did those 5 fools from Lost Hope. Well, you'll know justification from me, soldier. If that's what you're waiting for, I'll not raise a hand against you. But neither will I lend a hand to help you. Not that it makes any difference. The gods seem bent on granting your every bloody wish. There you are, Landibert. Have you given any thought to my proposal? You? Nah, you better run. There he goes, towards the gate of Thal. Go and claim your prize for coin and country. For coin and country. Where did he go in Central Thanalan? No way to actually get very close here. Guess I'll just go to Blackbrush Station and book it. Yeah, this is definitely going to be the last one. Maybe cutting it really close here. Got for work really soon. But I have confidence I can finish this quest beforehand. But it won't be done on Magitech armor. Whoa. How did I not ever see one of these things? That is awesome looking. I'm not gonna fight it right now because I have a feeling being alone here, it would probably wipe me out. And I'm in a bit of a hurry here because I have to go to work soon, but that was really cool. First time seeing one of those things. Where are you, merchant? There you are. You again. Why are you pursuing me? You're sketchy, man. Sedition, treason, revolution. That's all preposterous. Who has filled your head with these lies, refugee? Refugees? The self-same refugees who terrorize the streets of Ul'dah, huh? You have no evidence to prove your accusations, none. You ran? No, I will not accompany you to the Hall of Flames. You have no right to detain me. For the sake of argument, let's say I did do the things you claim. Surely you don't think I give the Kurans airs about politics. Kieran's ours. It was business, only business. Uh-oh. Somebody's gonna come and kill you, bro. Ah, snap him from a distance. We both know I am not the one you want. However, if you agree to protect me, I swear I shall tell you everything. There it is. Oh, snapped him from the distance. Can't believe it actually showed the arrow go through the guy. Usually Square likes to avoid those little dramatic details like that. What's all the commotion? 7 hells. Tell the others to spread out and search the area. The killer may still be close. I agree, Kevin. And Ingvar, rare hunt. Yeah, I've ran into a lot of those. Usually I just sometimes take them on if I'm not in a hurry anyway, just to see how far I can get into it. Usually get defeated rather quickly. Hold, adventurer. I would know more about your relationship with the victim as well as the events leading up to his death. Giving me hope for the future, Kevin. This man was responsible for the recent riots. Mayhap we owe his murder a debt of gratitude. In any case, it is obvious that you are one we seek. You may carry on with your investigations on. Back to Swift. Luckily, this will be swift. The big hunts give you rewards. When time starts to kind of slow down for me here, I'll probably ease into some of those hunts now that I'm level 50. Reap some of those rewards in which you speak. It'd be very nice. But again, I want to try to do some of that when things start to slow down just a little bit. What news, Prophet the Supple? Where's the merchant? He's dead, mate. Murdered? Damn it all, the seventh hill. He was not simply murdered, Prophet. He was silenced. Too many knew his face, and he was ready to be divulged his secrets. Do not despair, though. We may be closer to identifying the true orchestrator of these riots than you realize. That is the one I am about. Give me those earrings. But everyone, it is time for me to jump out of here. I have to get ready for work. Work! The time is upon me. But it has been great. Thank you all for watching. And hopefully you subscribe. At 250 subscribers, we will have the let me say this right this time. Trading arts, or wait, yeah, whatever. The Titus minifigure giveaway. For more details on that, be sure to check out the channel. But for now, it's time to jump out of here, everybody. Fusion, it was great having you around, my friend. Always really cool talking with you. Ingvar, thank you for stopping in and watching. Gonna try to do more homework, Ingvar. Kevin, very awesome you could jump on in here. Parafalse and Zuzu, really cool that you could all jump in here. And T, not sure if you're still on here, but you could be grinding away yourself. Either way, thank you all for watching, and again, hopefully you subscribe for more events to come. Definitely have a lot of cool stuff going on with the channel. Gonna try to keep it all going on. But tonight we may be getting cut short. We'll have to see due to maintenance. Maybe I'll be able to play my whole playthrough in there. We'll see how that goes. Definitely. Hopefully with current time settings, it may not hit until 5 a.m. so I may be able to just get the whole playthrough out. But if it is at 2 a.m, I'll get in as much as I possibly can. But you all definitely take it easy. If you have work today, like always, I wish it most swift and hopefully maybe a little exciting. But this is Tom Brady to Supple, everybody. You take it easy. I'm out of here. Later.